Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Awesome. Peace, and divine love, everyone. Welcome to Tapped In Talk Radio. I'm one of your co-hosts, Osa. We also have Tanisha in the house.
Hey, everybody.
And Champ.
What up, though? How's everyone doing this evening?
Well, I am doing great.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing super good.
Okay.
No complaints.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess I'm gonna start by just talking about the energy of today, because I'm buzzing high off of it. But today is the 111 energy portal, which is also yes, it is.
Oh,
Today is
goodness.
January 11th.
I didn't notice that 111.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yep, and it's also the new moon in Capricorn, so that gives that new moon an extra little
feel
manifestation.
I'm stoic as fuck, so
Yes.
that feel good to me.
Yes.
Like that feel really good. That structure, that whole positive structure feels really good to me right now.
I say it
Yes.
feels real good.
Yes.
So I do want to take a moment to take a moment of silence for a loved one in the poetry community. It's been a lot of tragedy that struck the poetry and hip hop community
Detroit.
in Detroit. Yes. So I just want to take a moment of silence for Miss Kelly. Ashe. Yeah, there she go. Yes. So, she has a very, very powerful voice. I was blessed to see her perform a few times, maybe in the last 8 years. I just want to send love to her family and all her loved ones in the community. So in the process of having all of that energy this morning, which was very down and sad, I had to unplug from social media and, kind of just center myself and tap back into my center because that was very triggering, because it is the new moon today in this portal, I took the time myself to meditate and to set intentions, tapping into the desires within my heart. So, as I did my meditation, did my spiritual bath, it helped me to recenter my energy, and now I'm buzzing. I'm being more intentional about where I'm allowing my energy to go or what I'm focusing on, and I'm buzzing, y'all. I just feel vibrationally high as fuck today.
Hey.
So
I feel that
I
way
give
too.
thanks. I give thanks.
I just been so content myself. It's just with Mercury releasing, right? Because we went into Mercury retrograde at the beginning of December. We didn't come out till 31st.
It is finally over.
Come
Yes.
to the first, it was like we was released, and we still in the shadow period, but we were being released from that period as well. And I just been feeling all that positive energy of that forward movement. And feeling very optimistic, and no matter what bad news I might hear, no matter the setback, I'm just feeling very optimistic and encouraged to pursue, to keep on keeping on, essentially. And I didn't know that this new moon tonight until tomorrow is the new moon. And is a crescent moon, so when you look up, you might not see it because it's gonna look like that. The Islamic moon. Right?
It's a full moon. It's a full moon.
It's gonna look like that symbolism,
moon.
right? That's
Yeah.
that symbolism. You're gonna see the Islamic
it's
symbolism when you
crescent
look in the
moon.
sky, in a sliver of a way, and you can understand that energy. Whereas, you think you see a sliver of moon and it don't have activity, but it has full activity, right? And so, just to be in that energy feels really good because it's no matter what you're going through, you still got full capacity. You know what I'm saying? It's not about your circumstance. It's not about what it looks like. You still have full capacity because even though the moon looks like it's a crescent moon tonight, which is a croissant, essentially, it's going to look like a croissant to all of our eyes in Detroit, it's still a full moon. And so just rectifying that idiosyncrasy of it all just really has me feeling encouraged that no matter what you look like, it's still full. And so I'm feeling 100% that. And I'm just glad Osa brought it to everybody's attention that we do have. I know it's going to be in Capricorn. And I always get Capricorn energy confused. And I'm a Cancer. I know we both cardinal signs, but And all my good friends are a lot of my good friends are Capricorns, but I've never understood the energy. Just like you never fully understand yourself. So how can you understand the polar opposite of yourself? You have yet to understand yourself.
Well, that shows you a lot about your shadows by being your opposite. So like studying them and seeing why they in your life will tell you a lot. We ain't gonna talk about R. Kelly, y'all.
He like all the other ones. He just extreme as fuck. He just out in the open. But all Capricorns have them tendencies. To me,
Tendencies of what?
I don't know.
the devil.
The devil.
Well,
It's the devil in the tarot deck.
it is known as the
deck.
devil
In the tarot
card.
deck.
Yes.
Capricorn is known as the devil in the tarot deck.
So
that doesn't mean
so
it is
Capricorns
the
are
devil.
devils.
I never understood that because that's me. That's my shadow side. So I understand how I'm this and that myself.
Capricorns are devils.
No, that's not what it means.
It's the devil in the tarot card.
Yeah, but it
Right.
doesn't mean they're the devil. It's
It don't mean they're the
so
devil.
how-
It's more of the
a
darker
shadow
energy,
side.
a
It's a
shadow
darker
energy.
So darker energy represents the devil.
in
Yes.
tarot, yes.
Yes, light, dark. It's just
It's just talking about your shadow side of
just-
yourself. So where
it's
you
just
may have
comparison.
addictions or what's the energy where you
Vices.
your
Vices.
vices, all your vices.
yes. Those
yeah.
negative, the
Your
negative.
All
negative
your
traits.
vices, all your vices necessarily doesn't have to mean that it's the dark side.
Yes and
If
no.
it's working against you and
yes
it's not for
and
your
no.
highest good, then
It
yes.
has the most potential to work against you.
But I can have
And,
habits
we
and
can't be-
vices that work for me.
Yeah, you can transmute that energy.
Well, see, so I don't want to get off of
Capricorn is
the
ruled
subject
by
of the energy
Saturn
today.
which is and right. So the energy today is ruled. This new moon is ruled by structure.
Yeah,
So
it's
if you
ruled
can
by the
embrace
positive aspects of
if,
Capricorn.
yes, if you can embrace and work and manipulate and
You
work
going the right
within
way and
structure,
manipulate it.
if you can manipulate structure, because everybody don't like authority, everybody don't like structure, but if you can adapt to your structure, right, and your way of seeing authority and your way, then you can accommodate those energies, and then therefore not a shadow or negative aspect. You can manipulate in a positive, because you want power. You want to assert your power over others, but how can you do it in a positive way? Because that's the devil. The devil wants to assert power over people, but how can you do it in a positive way? And so when you think past that, you can start to integrate those energies within yourself, the negative and the positive aspect of those energies within yourself. Because everybody wants some power. Nobody wants to be like, oh, I don't have the power.
I mean,
to
me
change.
personally, I don't look at it that.
Have power over
I look
other
at
people.
power as using power over myself, not
I don't
using
have
power
no
over
notoriety.
others.
I don't have no reputation.
Personal
no,
power is
nobody,
what it
nobody,
should be,
Yes,
not-
Yeah,
personal,
it's personal power.
Mm-hmm.
Applying power on other people.
It's, yes.
I
You can't
I
do
can
it.
lead. I can lead by example in front of other people.
But that's the universe, right? The universe
Right.
is the universe. You can't
Right.
dispute those things.
But
It's
I don't.
like
I don't see myself applying power on anybody.
And it's the way it's power is power. Power is one of those things that exists.
But
It's one of
I
those primary
look
things.
at applying power on people as manipulate people.
No, because I can remember think I can feel.
Show me a
power.
way that you
Wait,
apply
let me
power
think
on
of a
somebody.
gospel song. It's not abuse of a power. It's
Where it's not an abuse of the
Right,
power.
right.
Yes.
Show me an example of that.
a power of a example of positive
Maybe a
power.
good leader, but
Barack Obama.
no, don't do that.
That's
Bad
no,
example.
no.
Don't use
no,
no politics.
No,
example.
I can use politics
That's
in
all
regard
me-
because politics is based on power and the
Right.
desire for power.
And
So we
politics
have to use
is
But what they do
politics
with the
is
power,
another
what we're
term.
talking
What they
about,
do
though.
with the power.
So you
But
want to
the
use
pow-
Obama as an example?
Power is it.
Politics is all
entity-
manipulation.
Power is an entity of itself.
Right.
But we see power. We see power in a tangible way. In most
What's the
in
example?
politics.
What's the
That's
example?
the most
What's the example of
tangible
using
thing we
power
see in
that's
power.
is an unabusive way?
In
What's
an
the example?
unabusive way?
Yeah.
Whereas if I have power over you, I use that power to help you grow, opposed to using that power for my own growth, my personal growth.
So that's more so of
That's a
influence,
leader. Yeah,
though. That's
leader
not
or
power.
leader.
Leading somebody,
And
guiding
those-
somebody.
Those are yet.
That's not power.
That's
That's
based
guiding.
off of personal power and then allowing that light from your personal power to shine and influence another.
And yet it's using your own personal power
Yeah.
in a positive way.
But I was saying, how do you apply power on other people?
purposefully, like
Yeah.
intentionally, to do good in an altruistic way. And that's why I don't know what Barack Obama's heart and soul and true agenda was. We can only see
Despite whatever his heart was in, that office is going to change all that.
that office is power.
And it's a
The
power to
office is
manipulate.
power.
there's an abuse of it.
And it's
So,
abusive. We are bullies.
P. Diddy was in a place of power.
Oh, man,
Because
another
this
bad
money,
example.
Come on, dog.
Money,
So
they
that's
say
fine.
money, power, and
You taking this
respect.
point straight to hell, Tanisha.
Wait, I'm not trying to
Play
take it
the
straight to
toilet.
hell.
I want to bring
Let
it
me
back
hit
to
the toilet.
today's energy because it's
Yeah,
not that
money,
dark.
power,
Yeah.
and respect. Money, power, and respect. Right? That's what it is. So you have to, and that's
That's the dark side of it, though. It's
that's
always
that's
two sides.
that is the dark side of it.
Yeah.
But that's reality.
All of it. Money, power,
That's the
respect,
reality in which we
all
live in.
dark.
So you have to use your money positively. You have to use your power positively. And you
Respect
have to
is
use
dark.
respect.
Respect
And you
is
have to
dark.
use your respect positively.
In certain instances, because everybody has their own definition of respect. If you go around to everybody and ask them for their definition of respect, everyone's going to have a different definition,
And
right?
that is true.
So here's the
If-
thing,
if-
though.
There's gray shades.
That's,
There
so
are
what you're
gray
saying is
shades.
it's all subjective. So money
It's-
and power
it
can be
is
subjective
subjective.
to be something good as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I'm not just,
You know-
that's my point exactly, is about using those things in a subjective way for the benefit of yourself
Right.
and others.
All I asked for the example of how. We're going to speak on it, what I'm saying, to give
How
an
you can
example
use
how
your
it's
power
gonna
for
do.
other people.
How you?
How
I
I can
asked you
use
the
my
question.
power. How I can use my power for other people.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm
You
in
implementing your power on somebody else, and it's not an abuse of it. Is what
and
we're
and
talking
I have to think of myself, and we all have to think of ourselves as parents, because as parents we all have power. We have power to influence. We have money. We have power and respect as parents. How to use that power as a parent. I think I have to relate to that, and I have to relate to the fact that I have to be patient and let my kids grow. I have to be patient to step back. Patience comes with power, comes with patience, and not your own agenda. It's like, I'm doing this for your, not for your benefit, so to speak, but I want to see you grow.
But you
And I'm
you
using
answer,
my power
you
to
answer-
propel you to grow.
you answer,
I'm going to.
you answered my question in the first statement.
Okay, thank you.
Pause.
Positive
Not
or
the whole
negative?
statement.
Positive or negative?
When you
appreciate
said the
that.
power to influence.
Yes, it's power.
It's so no. It's not applying power on somebody. You said
Power
I
is
use
power,
my
champ.
own
It's black and
power.
white.
No, it's not.
It becomes gray.
about. You know that's how she is, though. It ain't no
Yeah.
way.
You know,
I'm not about to argue. But you said
it's
power
not
and
how I
influence.
am.
That's a very strong phrase, and
It's
that's
the
a very
power.
effective phrase.
Yes.
My power to influence, not applying my power on you, but using my power to influence. you.
Yes.
Power of influence,
Yes.
because now you're allowed to make your own
I mean,
decisions.
y'all have to-
Applying power on somebody, you're not allowing them to use their
And it's
own
like
mind,
dictatorship.
making their own decisions. But when you give them power of influence,
Power
now you're giving
influence.
them the opportunity to make their own decisions.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's why I was like, how do you
That's the
use
po-
power on
that's-
somebody?
That's the right use of power.
Power of influence,
Power-
not
and
just
that's
power.
a-
You have to say power of
Power
influence.
of influence, and I think all power is somewhat influential, right? I mean, all power is somewhat influential. You
I don't
think-
agree.
How? Tell me how you don't agree, Elsa.
I just don't. I know I've seen power where it's been tarnished, and it's not anything that anybody should look up to. It's something that everybody.
Somebody misusing
Power should only be
misusing-
applied
mis-
internally.
Misusing power.
Power
But
should-
power is a thing within itself.
Are you a
Like,
sorceress?
fuck you, motherfucker.
She like that power. Look, she get up out her seat, her
Everybody-
shoulders rise up.
everybody-
Power.
She be at home
Everybody
burning
like power.
sage and throwing,
Yeah.
shooting
No,
dice with crystals and shit.
Shooting dice with
You know what?
crystals.
I'm such a black and white person that I have to acknowledge.
Yes, you are.
I have to acknowledge the gray areas, and I've been. And
Oh, really?
Yes, and
That's
I've
complete opposite of what we just heard. 2
because you
minutes
have
ago.
to acknowledge your weaknesses. My weakness is ambiguity. I don't do well in areas where it's not black and white. If I walk into a situation and it's not black and white, I'm like fuzzy. I'm like, what
So
do
you're
I
not
do
a critical
here?
thinker, is what you're saying?
I'm not saying I have to use critical thinking at that point. I have to use
So that's the
critical
reason
thinking
why you
at that point.
avoid that
I-
because you're not good at
I like
Using
to
critically
critical
thinking
thinking.
consistently.
No. I'm really good at critical thinking. But once I apply my critical thinking, it might be against the grain of what's going on here. Because what the fuck
The
is
world
going
don't
on
revolve
here?
around you, Tanisha.
No, it's not. It revolves around me. It's like it's black and white. Is this power or weakness? Is this what are you doing? Because it is black and white, and then you have to define. You have to
taking me a
define
chapel,
your.
Lord.
See, well,
Hey, look,
Can
I
I just
read.
say,
this-
let me just say this. I
Yeah.
am an INFJ personality, specifically on the Myers-Briggs personality scale. So yes, I am intuitive and thoughtful, and I flow in that area in all aspects of my
I was
life.
gonna say that's where that intuitive nature pops in the middle of that not understanding or having the control of
Yes,
knowing,
when
and
you
then the
a totally
weakness.
intuitive
Then you have to trust
person.
yourself.
Yes.
You
You may not have all the
I
answers.
do.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Do you trust yourself?
Yes, and that's why.
So
why
if you trust
it's like-
yourself, why do you have a problem with being in gray areas? Everything has
because
to
you
be
have
black
to
and white.
You have to identify the gray areas. For me,
Right, you
and not
identify
everybody,
black
'cause
and
we all
white,
have different
but you
personalities.
said that you tend not to like to be in gray
I
areas.
don't like to be because I like to
Right,
go and.
but if you
I
got
like
confidence
to
in yourself,
go-
you should be comfortable
You just
in
like
the
to
gray
be. You
areas.
just like the point A to point B. You just want
I like point A to
smooth,
point
and you
B.
don't
I
like
want
to
it.
be challenged. Is what you're saying.
It's not about challenge.
Thank
It's
you,
not about
Shannon.
challenge. It's like,
I stuck her in
and
there.
that goes into what we're gonna talk about tonight. It's like about having your set ideas about what it is and what it's gonna be, and then showing up, and it's like, oh, okay, well, it's not what I thought it was, so I have to adapt.
So that's
It's
what you don't like
matter of
adapt. You don't like- you
No,
can't
I
adapt the
love.
same.
I love adaptability.
But you avoid the gray areas. You just said.
No, I don't avoid.
And
I
the-
don't
the
avoid.
gray
I
areas
said
is
my
intuition.
weakness. My weakness is gray
Yes,
areas
that's what
because
she said.
I like to. I don't like to always use that intuition. Intuition is like, oh, it could be wrong, it could be right. It's other people. It's what's going on. I don't know. Like, am I right? Am I wrong? My experience, my knowledge, what I've got going
So
on.
so
That's the
it-
world revolving around you.
So in those
and that's what
instances,
intuition is, because
so-
your experiences, your ideas, your downloads. And so how do my downloads apply to this situation right here?
so in
That was
those
deep as fuck.
instances that
Because
you
it's
just
about
spoke
patterns. It become a pattern.
of, does that
type
affect your
situation.
confidence?
No, because at the end of the day, I am.
And confidence
I,
is-
That's why I
I am
said that was-
confident.
Confidence, you stop your boots in
Obviously.
any situation
No,
that you in.
No, I don't stop because I'm adaptable. I know whatever
Stomp.
may
He didn't say
whatever
stop.
may come.
I said stomp.
Stop.
But it's like a soldier because I have Aries and Mars, so I show up like a soldier. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for that. I'm
I
ready
got
for
my
that.
So why don't you do that in gray areas?
And then when it's a gray area, it's
She's
like,
not
oh,
confident in the gray areas.
like I came to kick your
not-
ass.
'Cause
I
what-
came to fuck you
In the
up.
gray areas?
And now you like, oh,
I don't want no
but
smoke,
I did this
Tanisha.
for
I
that,
don't want no
and I
smoke.
did this
So
for
I
that,
want to
and these
add
are my
though, for anybody
reasons.
that's listening and like wondering why we keep speaking on this gray area and this intuition.
It's a whole gray area.
But with intuition,
transition right
it is
here.
a space of knowing or inner knowing of your inner power. So it's that I know what I know because I know. Like I might not be able to explain it or understand it, but I feel it. Like I'm fully convicted on what I feel, and you just move on there trusting. That's
But-
also your connection to source. You know, so like you following that, like that's how you get by. That's how you don't keep. Your wisdom lies there, so that's how you don't keep
Right.
making those same mistakes because you trust, you hear, you know, you just know.
And that's how I totally feel. And I work in the corporate world. So don't misconstrue.
There's a lot of gray areas in that
Misconstrue
world.
what I'm saying. Like when you work in the corporate world, it's like you show up and all these people have like they have totally different agendas from black and white.
And
like
you
they
have
got
to adapt.
And you have to adapt,
And it
but it's
makes
like,
you look
damn,
comfortable, right?
you want some fucked up shit.
And you have to be confident.
And like I came here to be fair, to be beneficial to everybody, to negotiate a fair contract, to get
But when
you
you
know
revolve-
a
when you
win-win
find out that the
situation.
world ain't
And
don't
I found
operate
out
like
you
you.
on some bullshit. What the fuck? Okay, what do I say now? He on some bullshit.
But you can't
she
say
on-
that in the
She
corporate
on
world.
some total bullshit because
You
it's
can't
mostly
say-
she
you
for
can't
me.
say-
Like she on some total bullshit. What do I say now?
You can't
Like
say
how
that.
do I adapt to this situation? Because I showed up in a black and white area. Like okay, this is what's good for everybody. Altruistic way. I showed up thinking what's good, what's a win-win for everybody. And you showed up here thinking what's good for me. And I'm like, okay, so how do I adapt to a motherfucker that's only think about themselves? Because I don't think like that. I'm not thinking like that. My plan was not like that. So how do I adapt to a motherfucker's plan who's about themselves? Who's about their ego? How do I adjust to that? And that's that gray area. Because you anticipate that. You only anticipated black and white and what's in between. What's fair for that. I've already considered you because I'm an empathetic person.
You know,
but how far do you want me to sway to your side when you negotiate a contract and you think it's not a fixed pie? I don't think of contract as a fixed pie. I show up thinking like, what's good, the whole what's there, a win-win contract, and you show up thinking like, oh, we want this, we want that. I don't give a fuck what you want. It's like, oh, I showed up here trying to consider what you want.
you know how you manage opposition,
And that's in the corporate aspect.
right? In corporation environment, social environment, relationship environment, family environment. You know how you manage that opposition. It's to
Is it really opposition though?
yes. If you don't agree, it's opposition.
Okay, that's
Right.
a good point.
So in order for you to stay on task and to achieve your goal, it comes with mind manifestation.
Yes.
You know, that's our topic for tonight is mind manifestation.
That's why we're
So,
talking about. We're talking about it's the
When
beginning
we
of the
sitting there
year.
talking about managing or going towards our opposition, we have to self-meditate. We have to meditate our goal and stay focused towards that goal. And like you said, it's going to be gray areas, right? So when you manifest, when you have mind manifestation, you are talking to yourself how I'm going to address these adversaries, how I'm going to address the opposition, right? And it's like chess, right? You know, when I'm pushing my pawns, my bishops, and all that, this and that, I'm looking at all the different angles that a person is coming to. You know what I'm saying? And I have to program myself that I'm going to challenge all of that, and I have the tools. And with thinking, when you think and you apply those tools and you fixate those tools in your mind, it comes just that easy. Because when it's in your mind, right? And the thing is, what you want to tap into your unconscious mind. Because what is the normal things your unconscious mind manage? Blinking, taste, hearing, all those.
Patterns.
Right. All those requires no effort.
No effort.
You feel me? So you imagine that all my goals, my short-term goals, long-term goals, everything that I want to do, if I program it in my subconscious mind, is that much less effort that it takes for me to reach there. So if I have an opposition, I already know how y'all coming. And I play with all these different scenarios inside my mind. And then I address every different scenario inside my mind, and I go over and over, and I program it into my subconscious mind. So when I get into those situations, I speak, it's that less effort. I'm not struggling. I don't have to pause. You know, when you're talking to a person, they be like, okay, they're struggling to think. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually grasp the whole concept of what you're going through, and you put it in your mind, you put all the tools in your mind, and you go over and over and over and over and over, it's in your subconscious mind. And then you ever been in a conversation and then the answers are coming like this without you even talking?
Absolutely.
That's mind manifestation. So whatever you didn't put in your mind for that situation, it's going to come out just that easy with that flow.
It absolutely. And you into our topic and also gonna come back and take it over. But nevertheless, you are absolutely on point with everything I'm saying, because it's like you think you thought of everything. Like if I say this, they're gonna say that. Like you already played it out, but then they come up and they totally off. You know, it's like something comes up and it's.
But see,
it's not one thing or another. It's just like, oh, I didn't anticipate that.
But even when that happens, when
And
you
it
already
take a
put it
couple
in your
steps to be like, oh, okay,
when you already
this
put it in your
motherfucker's totally on
subconscious
left
mind,
field.
your subconscious mind was already working on those terms without you even making a
Yes.
conscious thought about
Yes.
it. So when those instances happen, you'll sit there and be
I'm
like,
just-
damn, how did
I'm
my
just
mind
a-
come up with that? Because your subconscious mind already been going over and over
I'm just
and working with it.
acknowledging when you have a tangible opposition, because you can think of it in your head like, oh, they might say this and then I'm gonna say that and then they must say this and then I'm gonna say that, because I'm a scripted person.
You
don't
scripted?
I don't get it fucking twisted.
You scripted?
Fuck the fuck yes. Fuck the fuck yes. I've been came to you like, oh, I'm gonna say this, and I anticipate him saying all these things, and then I'm gonna say that because I want to get to a deal that's fair. I'm negotiating a fucking contract.
So how well does that script works in gray areas.
That's my point exactly.
That's why you say
That's my point
gray
exactly.
areas
You
is
off
your
the
weakness.
script. You off script like a motherfucker.
Man, you don't dictate somebody else's script.
No, you don't.
So you have
But
a problem when
that's
somebody go off your
manifestation.
when a person is rerouted from your script.
That's life. That's
But that's what you
life within
said.
itself,
But that's
ain't it?
gray area, and that's where you
Ain't
said
that
that's
life?
your weakness.
Ain't that life?
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
you think I like I said, I'm an introverted person, I'm a thinking person, I'm a feeling person. So I think, hey, I didn't thought about this stuff, I didn't research this stuff, I didn't have hyper focus on this shit right here. And I think I didn't thought of all the angles. I think I didn't thought of all the moves because I know how to play chess, and it's like I didn't calculated all the moves. And you hit me with something different. It's like, oh, okay, that's a fucking gray area. So I might have to be like, oh, I ain't think of that. That's some shit I ain't think of. And it could be so narrow to you. It could be the only thing you think about. And I thought about 1,000 things, but I didn't think about that. But it's the only thing your ass thinking about. Oh, I'm fucked the fuck up.
I mean, that doesn't apply to me.
I'm not saying
Hey,
you.
look,
I'm
I
not
ain't
just saying
getting-
you.
I
I
ain't
feel
getting-
like you
I ain't
told-
getting stuck in no situation.
And you have to, and that's where improvisation comes in, right? You
Right.
have to improvise.
So are you good at
Improvisation
improvising?
yes, absolutely.
So why do you struggle with gray area?
Just because I'm good with it don't mean I like it. I'm
Say
good with a
that
lot of. Just because I'm good with it don't mean I like it.
Just yeah,
You
true
said you
statement.
weren't good at it though.
No, I said it's a weakness. It's a weakness for me. It's definitely a weakness for
So
me.
why would you
It's
say
I think if everybody was honest with themselves, it's a weakness for everybody.
What?
It's like I think
That's a strength being honest with yourself.
No, it's not about being honest because you have been honest. You've tried to be honest. You've tried to.
No, I don't try to be
observe,
honest.
and we
I'll be
so-
honest with myself.
We are so talking about manifestation right now. So let me give it back to Osa.
Osa, come on,
so
Osa.
she can open us
Bring it in,
up.
Osa. Bring it in, Osa.
Because no matter what come May.
Hold
we
on,
gonna stick to
Tanisha.
that.
Bring it in. We already introduced it. Bring it in, Osa.
All right, so about mind manifestation, we kind of got sidetracked talking about the Capricorn energy, and I do want to
That's
talk
Capricorn energy.
back about the light energy though of Capricorn, because
Yes.
today is a new moon in Capricorn. So new moon is all about renewals and new beginnings. So you kind of want to release the energies that don't work with you, which is those lower energies that we speaking on. So kind of just hyper focusing on it and being intentional with allowing yourself to get to the root of that. Capricorn being the earth sign, it's a very grounded energy. It deals with reliability. It deals with your foundations, hard work and dedication. So the things that you want to work towards or you want to see, you want to perfect in your life. So dealing with this manifestation portal today, it's all about, again, seeing your desires and bringing them into fruition. So the key with mind manifestation and what Champ was mentioning earlier about the unconscious mind, a key way to tap into that is through meditation.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just sitting still, allowing your breath to just guide the way. They call it the chi in certain terminology,
Let
but
your mind be
just
free.
breathe and tap into your mind. Let your mind be still. In that still place, that's fertile ground to plant seeds of your desires and what you want to manifest. So when you have that stillness and you just breathe in that moment and just be still, you want to talk or either write down your intentions that you want to desire, whether and you want to speak on it as if it's already real. So another thing with manifestation, you want to be able to see it, you want to taste it, smell it, feel it, and just know.
All senses.
And you can on a funny way to look at it, you could look at it as being a little delusional at times with believing something that hasn't already happened yet.
You have to be.
But you want to be able to see it in your mind's eye. When you see it in your mind's eye and you believe that, the key to that is releasing attachment and then trusting that the divine will bring everything into alignment when the timing is right. But with manifestation, you don't want to hold on to what it is that you're calling in. Right. So, just planting like a seed in that fertile ground and allowing it to come to you. The law of attraction.
Yeah, law of
intent
attraction,
and desire.
Where it starts at, mind manifestation starts at with a thought, an idea, a vision. Your creativity, your imagination. That's where your mind manifestation starts at, right then. When you was younger, everything came with your imagination. Mm-hmm. And if you stuck with that imagination, it came through. When you was young, what you want to be when you grow up? They imagine, fireman, police, this and that. And actually, I think I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Oh,
We
boy.
about to go there.
Could have ran with that one. Oh, boy.
I settled.
But as okay, then we speed it up as an adult, right? There's different phrases when it comes down to
Y'all
mind
silly.
manifestation.
You said the shit.
I mean this
You
shit.
open the door.
Afraid. That's what
I
I'm
think you
saying.
might be an
I
astronaut.
fourth
goddamn.
grade.
Yeah.
I want to be an astronaut. Fuck y'all.
I think you
Talking
might be
about-
already.
Fuck you mean? I wanted to be a physicist.
So from books I read, it was other phrases and terms they use with mind manifestation, auto-suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Books I read when they talked about auto-suggestion, but they use that phrase to help you to, lack of a better term or word, to hypnotize yourself.
Yes.
To brainwash yourself.
Yes.
To something that's going to help you, that's going to
Something
make
you
you
wanted.
productive, what you
Don't
want,
know.
what
I
you
don't know
desire
if it's
from.
productive but we know it's something you wanted.
Right.
I
I
can't
consider
judge if it's
productive.
good or
I
bad.
consider productive anything that you want that comes to. That's productive for you. The other person might not see it productive. If I use my manifestation and be like, you know what, I'm going to devise my plan how to sit there and be able to drink for free. Right? Everybody else will be like, that's counterproductive. But for me, it's going to be productive. Because what do I
You
get
want
out of
to-
sit there drinking? That's on my own
Yes.
personal thing.
And
You know
we
what I'm
gotta
saying?
talk about
That gives me
alcohol. We gotta talk about
satisfaction.
alcohol. That's the whole
To gives me
topic.
happiness, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My success or my happiness, my satisfaction is based on my measuring stick and not nobody else's. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key thing in my manifestation is that you use your own measuring stick. And that's how it comes to be. When you have your own mind manifestation where it's, look, this is what I want, how I want this and that. But if you're using somebody else's measuring stick, it's not even obtainable. You know what I'm saying? Because you're using somebody else's measuring stick where it takes them different scenarios and circumstances to get there. You have to be keen into what circumstances that's going to be beneficial to you. And continue to be beneficial to you, and then you'll create your own measuring stick, and that's how I'm gonna get there. So when it comes down to my manifestation, it's gonna be I'm gonna make small term goals for long term goals, right? And I'm gonna go over that every day, all day, every day.
Yes,
And
one
then-
day at a time.
One day at a time.
Comes down to one day at a time.
You know what I'm saying? Books I read, it was like, you write those when you wake up, read it 30 minutes when you wake up. Before you go to bed, read it 30 minutes. Because you know what happens when you sleep. That's when your subconscious mind kicks in full gear,
The process
110%.
information.
So you imagine, just think about the stuff that you think about when you went to sleep. You may have what's it called, prolitions. You're going to have dreams, the whole
Thank
nine.
goodness.
All that's going on in your mind, right? You wake up in the morning, you off and running doing exactly what you thought before you went to sleep.
That's a key.
Because
way
that
to
was your-
plant seeds.
Both sides of your minds operating at the same
It is a
time.
process.
You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine your left foot is your conscious mind, your right foot is your unconscious mind, and they working together to lead you to that goal, to that path. You know what I'm saying? One might be faster than the other, so you got to work on both
It's unbalanced.
simultaneously.
We not
Yeah,
always
you know what I'm
symmetric.
saying?
Like,
Like,
we
yeah,
not-
we might
and
be-
I see and we shared notes earlier. At least I shared some notes earlier about manifestation and manifestation. Just to give you a definition of what it is the ability to create the exact life that you want. It's the ability to draw in everything that you desire and become the author of your own story, right? Manifestation is about creating the life that you want for yourself, that you envision, that you feel, that you know instinctively that you was born or put on this earth to manifest. Essentially, it's not about, and I don't see it as so much as a manifest of an environment. It's like a manifestation of a feeling.
It could be anything.
Yeah, it's all
right,
the
it's
above.
and it is because it's the five
Because
senses.
we create our own reality.
It is
and
definitely
it comes
the five
from mind
senses.
manifestation.
Yep, it's
Our
just
own
bringing
reality.
it's bringing a thought into the physical reality.
Yes,
Exactly.
Physically
absolutely.
manifesting it.
Exactly.
And we all encounter the buzz around manifestation, but the process is, setting goals, visualizing them.
Ideas, your imagination, your
I'm gonna give an
creation.
example. I'm gonna give an example
Yeah.
of a very simple manifestation that I practice whenever I go to the mall. And I learned this from one of my sisters, Goddess Sierra. So peace to you, love. But whenever me and her would go out, she will always, in her mind, envision a parking spot by the front door. And no matter where we go, she said that in her mind. When we pull up, it's
That's
always
amazing.
an empty spot. So I've been adapting that because she shared that with me.
That's
I hold that in my mind, and I always get a spot at the door.
That's
And
true
I
shit.
just
That's what I be on.
manifesting,
That's what I be on.
Manifestation is magic.
And when people ride with me in the car, they'll sit there and see me bend. It's gonna be a spot that's gonna come up for me. No, this pause.
No, I'm be patient. I'm gonna wait.
I
right
know
here,
it's
'cause I
finna
know.
happen.
And that's it. I know.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
know.
I know.
I know.
Because
I know.
I,
You got
I
that
knew
vision
that.
set.
Exactly.
There
I
you
know.
go.
I know.
I got one Powerball question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all assess mind manifestation with prayer?
I would love to tap in on that.
Go. You want to
Okay.
go first?
Oh,
'Cause it's a
absolutely.
question
'Cause
on the floor.
I actually shared
I'm talking
one of my
after you.
memories yesterday. I was talking about manifestation and the power of prayer.
Yeah.
All it is the law of intention. So when you're praying, you're asking God or the universe or whatever you're praying to bring something to you, which is the ask and you shall receive. So that's that law of attraction. So it's still the same exact thing, whether you are
Exactly.
speaking directly to somebody or you're owning it with your personal power and saying, I command, or I'm asking for this, or I have this, and it's showing up. So, the universe, it doesn't matter about the language you use or how you word it. It's really just the
It's
vibration
already
behind
science
it.
with numbers.
Okay, so let me answer as well, because y'all hear me talk about how staunch of I was reared in holiness and all of this kind of stuff, and I always had a problem with prayer. I always had a problem with praying.
People ask me, do you pray? I'm like, yep. And in my mind, it's like I manifest, I meditate.
That's
my
how I
form of
feel,
prayer.
right?
The
Because
confirmation.
you
And I'm not
already,
about to
you,
decode that
you
shit
here
and
with-
translate
like,
it to you.
I'm right here
Yeah.
with
Yeah, I
you. We
pray.
walking together. What is the point of me stopping to
language.
give you 30 minutes or get on my knees? Well, you with me every day in terms of my relationship with my belief and my faith. So I've always had a problem with, and I will go to prayer like don't
This is
talk about prayer,
this
prayer.
is
whole laying on
this is-
hands
Can
and
I
all
speak
of that.
on what prayer
Yeah.
truly is? though?
The
Yeah.
whole
Prayer-
idea of prayer.
Prayer is simply direct communication from your heart to the divine. So it's you speaking from your core, like feeling exactly what you're saying, meaning what you say, but speaking from where you come from your heart, and asking the divine for whatever it is, that communication, that direct
But the
line.
divine and the higher power already know what's in your heart before you know.
That's
it.
how I
but
feel.
it needs you to speak on it, though. You have
That's
to
the
ask.
confirmation.
Why do they? When they
Because
already
that's part
know.
of your free will. That's part of your what you
That's-
came here to do as a human.
To me, that's meditation.
Okay.
So
I-
things
my
are not going
prayer-
to just
Do you
come to
believe?
you.
Do you believe
Meditation.
everything is written?
Yes, it's written in the stars. Absolutely.
So why
it
do I
is.
have to sit there and speak it when you already know?
Because you
what's
have to
going- it's in the
assert your
future?
personal power into it.
Okay.
You have to assert your personal power. It's
The
not
thing
going to do
about
it for
that,
you.
like every different,
that's-
I guess,
Hey,
version
Tyrese.
of your life, depending
Hey,
on the
Mo.
decision that you make, is written in the stars, and that's what it is. I mean, no matter what.
So it's already known. That
That's how
now
I
it's
feel.
required for me to speak
But
on
it's
something
but it's
that's
about
already known?
but you speaking on it is basically making a confirmation on which direction
that
you're
I
going
know.
in the physical.
I know too.
All of your
Because you're
all of
asking
your
that
different.
energy to come to you. Anything can happen, but whatever you speak on is what will come.
It's like I acknowledge.
your
Well, what if I
your
don't
energy
speak on
flows
it?
where your attention. Then it won't happen. It'll just sit
But
there
everything is already written,
incubating.
though.
But
Everything is already
So
written.
the thing
You
about
have-
it is, what's written is your outcome for you if you don't speak on it and walk down that lane to go and.
So you're saying it's a
Oh,
50-50?
wonderful.
no, that is
It's
not in
all written.
comparison.
Oh, wonderful.
It's
Oh
not in
no,
comparison.
I got to follow up on it.
I'm just answering you
Yeah.
though. That's not in comparison.
What you mean?
The comparing the fact. Ooh, I don't
If
even
a
know what
person act on it and don't act on it, but if it's already written, it's
Fair is
already
a per-
determined.
and
If
I
I act on it and don't act on it, it should already come too.
I could see that. Wait a minute.
I
Let
like
me
what
just-
Shauna said. She said everything exists all at once, and that's what
Yeah,
I mean. Like
that's how
Boom,
I feel.
hold on.
That's how I
it's
feel.
about
Wait a minute,
it's
champ.
about the direction that you go in the physical though. That's
And I
That's
want to
where
say
I'm
this
about
about
to go.
the champ. Wait, champ.
What you just said,
Stop
that's where I'm
right
about to
there,
go.
champ.
Will.
Stop right
Yeah.
there. Is a question on the floor, so just
Yeah.
stop right there.
Yeah.
And I want to say in regards to the question on the floor about prayer, because I spoke about my struggle with prayer and the idea of getting on my knees and really speaking out and crying out and saying, this is what I want, this is what I work for, when you already know and you see it in terms of the universe. When they say prayer without works is dead. Right, like you can, no, not prayer.
Faith
Faith
without work.
Thank
Faith.
you, Mark. Thank you. I know we. Don't, I know you know now. Faith.
You know, I know now.
I've been knowing, but you got me. You got
No,
me.
he said
Good.
talking about him.
Faith without works is dead.
You should don't be know what she said half the time.
Sometimes, but faith without works is dead because I know all the scriptures, and so that you know when they say that, like, prayer is an act of faith. And you have to acknowledge that. And I guess that's something that I struggle with because, I mean, I already said I am a...
You believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles?
That's a whole nother question of manifestation. I don't know if I believe in miracles.
This is where...
Do I believe in the Virgin Mary on a mountain that somebody saw in the damn apple?
So what Champion's presenting, this is a similar question to what I asked earlier. Like, you know how they say the saying, what's for you is for you?
I believe that.
Right? But then, do you believe that you can block your blessings?
Absolutely.
And I believe that.
You know why?
It's so...
And this is the
so
concept.
much.
This is the concept I'm on from all my studies of different religion, philosophy, the whole thing. You know, when we speak on 5%ers, right? You
I
are
know
God
that.
body, right?
They drive
God
me
created you
crazy.
in His image, right? And creating you in His image
I had a friend. She in a mental hospital.
gave you God-like powers, right?
She believed
With them
it.
God-like powers, you can create and you can destroy, right? So you look at everything that goes around us. A lot of stuff, mostly everything that we create, we destroy something. We destroy something to create, right? So when we sit there and talk about mind manifestation, we talk about prayer, we talk about thinking the whole nine, we have the power of God in ourselves. You know, so when you read different people that when they talk about prayer, is prayer really mind manifestation? That you're actually using your God powers of Himself, because God created us with the free will to think. He put us on this earth for us to operate on our own, right? And gave us those powers to operate on our own. And with us operate on our own, He gave us the same power He possessed.
Yes.
So you create your own reality,
So why
right?
do you need
So
prayer?
huh?
Why do you need
Prayer
prayer?
is meditation. When
Yes.
most people, when they
I
pray,
feel like
it's a
that.
meditation.
I feel like that.
Now you're talking to yourself. When you're
Yes.
talking to yourself,
You're
now
talking
you're
to yourself.
discussing
You're speaking to
everything.
the
You're
spirit within
debating.
yourself.
You're speaking into
to the
existence.
spirit within
You're
yourself.
right. You're debating with yourself. You're having a
Yes. The
conversation
spirit.
with yourself.
Now yourself,
right?
the spirit within you.
The spirit. We
The
hey,
spirit
look,
within you.
can- whatever name you want to put it. I'm
With
just
so
saying.
many
I'm speaking on
dimensions.
general, because
It's
sometimes when
dimensional.
you speak spirit, people take offense to it.
Manifestation.
But then listen,
Manifestation is dimensional. Because
Dimensional?
It's dimensional because there are philosophies that say that, like Mark said, everything exists at once. So just as we existed on this dimension, we existed on several.
I like what you said there, right?
Several
Because
dimensions on one time.
I think I spoke on this podcast, right? I feel like when you walk past a mirror, that is basically a window
Oh, I love when it mirrors.
to you in another
In
dimension.
another dimension. That's
You know what
you
I'm
who
saying?
I got that from. Because
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time I walk past the mirror, I'm
Yeah.
like, what I'm doing over there?
Yeah, and it's like, and what Champ
And I
was
see
saying,
it.
in that other dimension, that life that you live in is the other variables of you making different
Yes,
choices.
absolutely. I
You know what
believe
I mean?
that.
That is a
Everything
window
exists
into
at
a
once.
galaxy. So, you know what I mean, somewhere else and shit.
If I made one
light
different
years
decision,
away.
So y'all
That's
where
you.
would I be?
But that's you walking. That's you in that same spot, that same instance, in that same time, like deja vu.
you believe
Yes.
You being in the same spot
Right.
in
in
two
a
different
different place.
places.
You believe
and
in
that's
different
that mirror
dimensions?
magic. That's
Absolutely.
mirror magic.
It would be
That's
selfish
mirror
of me.
Yeah,
magic.
different dimensions?
It would
Absolutely.
be selfish
Yes.
of
Tap
me to
into 'em
believe
frequently.
that we are the only ones in
Yes.
this universe.
Everything exists at once.
Take some mushrooms, you'll find out.
Everything
You'll
is
definitely
No,
find
why
out.
I asked that question? Why I asked that
If you
question?
take mushrooms, you will find out that there is a such thing as time, but there is not a such thing as time. Just like you exist in then, now you exist in the 1800s. You exist in there. You exist in there. You've existed, and you're going to continue
Well, that's
to exist.
that. Okay, when people sit there and talk
You can
about
tap into all
that
that.
you're existing in this and that, right? So, do you believe in
Because it's a soul,
forever?
it's a
Do you
soul
believe
matter.
in ever afterlife?
I believe in
Man,
the
listen,
in the
energy, the
afterlife.
energy
The soul
that's in
never
us
dies.
could not be created or destroyed,
is-
brother. So
That
Yes,
part. Hold on
that
to that.
part.
Hold on to that.
Fucking part.
So you
Energy
believe? Do
cannot be
y'all
created
believe
or
in
destroyed.
afterlife?
Absolutely.
Forever
Energy
afterlife.
cannot
How
be
could I
destroyed.
not?
If energy
If
can't be destroyed,
And how do you describe it?
energy can't be destroyed.
No, how
That's
do you
I
describe forever afterlife?
that my
Shit, you
energy
can't. We ain't got there
won't
yet.
be destroyed.
can't
My-
describe
But
it.
I know of souls that are in the afterlife that I communicate with.
Okay.
Okay.
So look how we are designed, right? We are designed to live, die, and when we die, what do our body do?
Return to the earth.
Decay and returns to the earth, right?
The body, but
hold
not
on,
the
hold
soul.
on, hold on,
But not the soul,
hold
child.
on, hold on. And when we decay into the earth, now we share DNA with damn near with everything on this
Yep,
earth.
and we
Till-
reincarnate
right, hold on. And we reincarnate.
in
right?
every way with the Lord, with the
If
with
you,
the maggots,
if you pick up a plant,
with flies,
we share the
with
same
horses.
DNA with the plants, right? So, in essence, that's afterlife. 'Cause
Yes.
our
So
DNA
that's
carry-
again.
and then it goes back
That's
to you
rebirth.
talking about energy. You can't destroy it.
You cannot.
Energy is part of our
And that's
DNA, correct?
Physics. I
Is
said I wanna
DNA
be an
is energy
astronaut.
part of our DNA?
That's physics. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so is energy part of our
Yes.
DNA? Is energy part of
Yes,
our
they
DNA?
wouldn't have been shocking
Right?
people thinking they gonna cure them
Is
if they didn't know
energy
energy.
is energy
played
part
a
of
part.
is energy part of our soul?
Energy is part of our
It is.
soul. It
It
is
is
our
the
soul.
soul.
It is our soul.
So do our soul travel with our DNA?
I don't know about DNA.
No, you said it
so to
backwards.
speak.
Does the DNA travel with the soul?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right.
Yes and
Yeah,
no.
that's how you know
Yes and no.
who's who in
Well,
the
I said
afterlife.
does the soul travel with their DNA because
I mean,
that's
DNA
evidence
is
that
a scientific aspect that can
a part of
take
us
it
is
home.
still here.
If-
So does the soul go with the DNA?
So yeah, and
Yeah,
then,
it
and then-
would. Yeah,
It would?
It would because if someone passed away, if someone passed away and you put the ashes there and you plant something and you cultivate it, when that grow, it will probably have some DNA of yours within that.
So I have a plant.
organism.
I have a plant with the same attitude that you got.
Perhaps it's gonna. Of course,
See,
it's a
DNA
plant.
and
course.
personality is two different things.
no,
Everybody
no.
think
Yeah,
of
it's not
This is
personality.
why I say
it's
this,
not.
right?
It's so
It was scientific study
Scientific.
shows how plants will react to music,
yes,
right?
and that's
So
why
how
I say
you
yes.
react to
That's why I
music,
say yes.
That's it. Every plant reacts
And
differently
that's
to
why I say yes.
music.
That's why I have plants and I nurture plants and I try to nurture. I
Did they survive?
yeah, so far so good.
Oh.
One of them, yeah, right. I nurture.
Did they have some of your DNA?
No, they don't yet.
I'm just teasing.
Why I'm so bad? I don't know. Let me see. Try to figure this out.
No, hey, look, those plants was compatible with you. What sign was those plants? When
I
was
don't
they
know
born?
because you can't. The more I know, the more I don't know. Right. So at the same time, it's like when you trying to manifest something and you know that it's already there. It's like you have to put yourself, and you have to. And me and Mark talked about moving. The mirror magic and flowing through different dimensions. It's you. Because you as your spirit can flow through these dimensions. Your spirit exists in all these dimensions without your tangible body and your tangible mindset. Your spirit exists. So you have to
Yeah, I want to hear Olsen.
grow
one.
to that.
Yeah, I want to hear Olsen with
I
this
just
one.
want to wrap
Believe
this
that.
part of it up a
wanna hear
little bit
Rosa with
and
this
just
one.
mention dealing with dimensions like the
Yeah.
past, present, and the future all exist right now in different
Yes,
dimensions.
I
It's
believe.
layered. Okay,
Right.
every dimension is going upward. So the thing with manifestation, when you allow yourself to meditate, you're tapping into higher dimensions. The higher you go up, the more you tap into the oneness of the all. So being in that stillness, you plant that seed in on a blank page, which allows you to let that manifest or that dimension to come into fruition in the future. The same reason why we have deja vu. It's literally you tapping into a
You
higher
already seen
dimension, which is the future, and you're seeing it before it happens. So
You
then when
already
it
seen
happens,
this.
you like, oh, I've been there before, but you meditated into a higher dimension, which was the future, and saw that already and saw that manifest. So it's the same way of going in
Do
and
you think
planting
it was
that
an
seed.
accident? Do you think antennas was crossed?
No, it's never an
'Cause
accident.
the thing
'Cause
is,
we're
is-
multidimensional.
No, what I'm
beings.
saying is like when them deja vu
We agreed
comes,
to
it
come
just
here.
comes all of a sudden. Like we can't control it. We
It
can't
comes- it's a
anticipate it.
spiritual
We can't
checkpoint.
dictate it.
Because I have some Ifa friends.
So what friends?
Ifa.
What's that mean?
Ifa.
It's an African spiritual system.
And so I have some friends that follow that system, and for them, it's a matter.
What system is that?
It's African traditional religion. So Yoruba, a lot of it comes down to
ATR.
much of it is Yoruba, So I have some Yoruba friends, and for them, it's like it's a matter of destiny. It's a matter of destiny, and for you, you come to this earth unaware. You know, you have to seek out your destiny, and then you have to
How do you seek out your destiny?
You have to seek it out.
That's the part
intentionally.
that's written in the stars is the destiny.
You know how you
that's
seek out
The
your destiny?
everyday
You know how you seek
movements
out your
are
destiny?
manifestations.
You know how you seek
And
out
that's
your
when we talk about manifestation.
This is
like
how-
reaching-
this is-
you sit here with a destiny,
how you seek out your destiny is when you find your purpose.
and that's part of everything we talking about.
And that
Manifestation.
takes meditation.
Yes.
That takes you challenging yourself,
that takes some work.
questioning yourself,
That's
and
the
being
work of
honest
it.
with yourself,
Paying
right?
attention to your
And
patterns.
the biggest thing with our culture right now is that people can't be truly honest with
And the
themselves.
thing about it,
So
when
they
you-
can't find their purpose. They can't see their destiny.
When you talk to people within the Yoruba religion, they will tell you all of us have positive destinies. None of us signed up for anything, but you wouldn't
Because
sign
the
up
higher
for,
power wouldn't create us for that.
exactly, and that's
Right.
what 100%. So you have to get aligned with your destiny of positivity, and that's what manifestation.
So what tools
is.
do they need to do that?
Osa,
What tools they need to do that?
because I'm about to get
To
up and go the
manifest it
bathroom.
again.
No. What tools do they need to find their destiny?
Faith.
Well, there's different tools and different
Steadfastness.
systems to
Hold
look
on,
at, but
let her speak.
a lot of times, well, I don't know exactly what she's referring to or to give you the
Yeah,
actual
no. My
answer
question
for
is,
that,
what tools
but,
would a person need
To
to
manifest
find
their
their
destiny.
purpose?
well, a lot of
Yeah.
times you can look at the astrology, your natal chart to see that,
That's a
see what your
tool.
destiny is. You can
Definitely a tool.
look into numerology and look up your destiny number.
tool.
Um,
Tarot.
Yeah,
All these
uh,
esoteric things we talk about.
there's
are
so many
tools.
ways to tap into and find what your destiny
Christianity,
is,
they
but
all are tools. Religion.
without having those tools, you don't necessarily need the tool itself. You could just trust yourself and see what it is that you always gravitate to, or pay attention to the patterns in your life and what
But those are
you have a
considered
passion
tools, though.
for.
Those are still considered tools.
Okay, so reflection is a tool.
Self-awareness. Self-awareness.
Introspection.
Self-awareness is a
Yeah.
tool.
Those are
You know what I'm
tools
saying?
to
When I
tap
say
into.
tools, I'm not talking about no textbooks, but
Yeah.
the actual things that we use in life that we learn from lessons is considered tools.
Absolutely.
Self-awareness is
Or
experience is
When
a tool.
you
Experience is a
when you
tool.
study something of a philosophy, that's considered using tools.
Philosophies
You know
are
what I'm saying?
tools.
Right. When
Yes.
when we study ideology, that is a tool. You know, so when like also when you speak on different ideologies, when you talk about different philosophies, is to actually, you know, I'm asking you to explain those ideologies, you know, philosophy for everybody else to listen, and so they can put that in their toolbox.
Education is a tool, right?
You know.
These are all they're
So-
all tools, champ. That's a very good question. And you say, what are the tools? And those are all tools: experience, education, you know,
Wisdom.
self-awareness. All those are, you know, we think of it as something abstract, but these things really lead you to your destiny, and you have to do the work to get there. You have to do the work to be self-aware. You have to do the work to be faithful. You have to do the work to get educated. You have to, you know, to seek knowledge.
And that's where
education is seeking knowledge. So you
the
have to
free will and intention comes in that way.
will, and you have
Because
to be
you can still
intentional.
meet your desire, but everybody doesn't meet their your desire or your
not luck.
purpose
It's not by luck.
at the same time. You know, it could happen sooner for some people, and some people it may be dragged out because they made certain choices that took them off their path. So
Yes.
you want to be, steadfast on your path, but trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, but also manifesting and doing the work to get those exact steps to make that a reality sooner than later. You know,
Okay.
so you always have options. You could go this way, you could go
Right.
that way. You know.
I got
Every
another
step.
question. How do you apply faith with manifestation?
Faith is simply trusting. So you want to have faith. You want to have faith in what you're talking about. You want to trust what you're talking about.
Trust
You want to
what?
believe. Trust in your vision.
Trust in
having faith.
yourself.
In self and the vision.
Ultimately in life, you have to have faith in yourself before anything. I can't have faith in anything else unless I have faith in myself. How I'm going to have a faith in a higher power until I understand. So I have to have faith in myself with my understanding to be able to have faith in a higher power. So you have people that have faith in a higher power, but they don't have faith in themselves. So they said there's no faith without work.
Yeah, you have to have faith
So
in
you
yourself
have to have faith in
manifest.
yourself, because if
Absolutely.
you have faith in yourself, you're going to apply work, right? And then when
Yes.
you exhausted all your work, then the faith is in the higher power.
Yes.
The higher power takes
Yes.
over then.
Hey, but you
And
gotta
it's
stop
time.
working.
You know.
It's almost time to wrap up, you guys.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. He just gave us the
You gave us a rap, Mark.
yes.
He threw up them
Okay.
gang signs.
I see it.
He
I
said
see
it's a
it.
rap.
I
He
see
threw up
This a
them
new
gang
seat.
No, it's
signs.
not.
This a whole new seat. I'm looking over there. I don't even see Mark no more. I don't even see Mark over here.
Turn your chair.
So to wrap it up again, dealing with mind manifestation, we have a very, very powerful manifestation portal today. So just be very intentional with your thoughts. If you want to see it achieved, put it in your mind's
It's a
eye,
whole new
believe
year.
it, trust it. This new moon is starting off the energy of manifesting the life that you want for the rest of the year.
This new moon
So it's a
is
lot of
empowering
energy if you
everybody.
work with it that could work for your benefit. Yeah, we're going to wrap that up. I want to say peace and love to you all and many blessings. Tap in, talk, signing out.
Peace. See y'all next
Good night
Thursday.
and good day, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile